Tsukasa Fuji makes his way to center ring. A war of words has developed lately between Fuji and the phenom Hiroya. They were scheduled to fight at Dynamite New Year's Eve as part of the World Youth Tournament. However, Fuji's high school put a curfew on him and he wasn't able to fight. Well, no curfew here tonight, and finally these two young arch rivals are going to get it on Nick. It should be a cracker.
Well, Tsukasa has been, been after Hiroya for a while now. When he took the belt in his own organization, the Hotel Network, the first thing he said when he got the belt, "I want to fight Hiroya." So they're definitely out to get each other.
He has called out Hiroya, and tonight Hiroya answers the challenge. 15-year-old Tsukasa Fuji.
レッドステージよりヒデア選手の入場です。
across Japan and just hit puberty at the sight of Hiroya making his way onto the catwalk. Here's the young winner boy of the K1 Next Youth Tournament. And tonight, the 16-year-old phenom will answer the challenge of Tsukasa Fuji. He is something special, Nick Pettis, Hiroya.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, like they say, it's Masato's chosen prodigy, so they're trying to build him up for the future, of course. But the thing is, he's totally rising to the occasion. He proves time and time again that he's a true fighter, and he really does have talent. And he's a really nice kid, too.
Lovely kid outside the ring. He's done a lot of training out of Thailand. He is a Muay Thai stylist. As Nick said, the prodigy, as Masato called him. Masato said Hiroya will take over when I'm done in K1. And Tsukasa Fuji will have a thing or two to say about that. Hiroya with a record of 7-1, 3 knockouts under K1 rules. Tsukasa Fuji making his K1 debut, the 15-year-old who was the youngest ever JNet champion, who won the flyweight title. 2 knockdowns in 1 round under our youth rules will stop the fight. Also, if there is a knockdown, the referee will put on a 5 count, not a 10 count. 3 by 3-minute rounds between Hiroya out of the red corner and Tsukasa Fuji out of the blue corner.
I thought it was quite an interesting choice of entry song for Tsukasa to come into the Pirates of the Caribbean, you know? Taking heads and skulls and names. So he's definitely out to get something tonight.
Backstage there, we saw a glance of Masato warming up for his main event against Virgil Calicoda. Here we go. Round number one, Michael Chiavello, Nicholas Pettis with you ringside from the sold-out Hiroshima Green Arena in Japan. Hiroya, who does possess some awesome combinations. Big left hand outside thigh kick from the 16-year-old phenom.
I think we're going to expect to see that Hiroya being physically stronger than Tsukasa. And then Tsukasa having a lot more technique, and so it's going to be like a power fighter versus a technical fighter. Whoa, look at the speed in that.
These two men can bang with the best of them, even though they can't shave.
That's amazing.
They can't go out for a celebratory drink tonight, whoever wins. Celebratory cordial, perhaps. Soft drink.
Have a milkshake or something.
Hiroya just seeing what his opponent Fuji has to offer. Winds up the high left round kick. Nice front kick from Fuji.
Oh, nice shot there.
All tied up. Referee Nobuaki Kakura continues to enjoy a very high profile here in Japan, courtesy of his performance in the Japanese version of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. He's very interesting career in Japan.
Inside thigh kick from Hiroya, just misses the target. Half a round down, half a round remaining in the first set for three. Jab right hand from Hiroya, turning left hook from Hiroya. Nicely done now. There's a right hand from Fuji.
Go, stop!
1 minute 15 on the clock. Under 20 World Youth Tournament. Fighters weighing in at 60 kilos. Hiroya, who comes in tonight having defeated Robbie Hageman of Holland in February at the Budokan in that Team Japan versus Team Holland youth tournament. Step up side kick almost there from Hiroya. 45 seconds remaining in the first round of three. Nice knee from Hiroya as Fuji came in. They lock up and Nobuaki Kakura separates both men.
Well, you know, not to forget that even though Tsukasa looks really skinny and he is really young, he still is the true champion of the J Network in the under 6 kilo class. Flyweight, was it?
Flyweight class.
Flyweight class. And that's not just amongst kids. That's with grown-ups included and everyone. So, I mean, this... Oh, nice shot there.
Double jab right hand from Tsukasa Fuji. Final 10 seconds of the opening round. It's been a very hard one to call, Nick.
Well, both of them are doing a lot, you know. Both have been landing nice shots and everything.
Can you separate both guys after one round?
I wouldn't be able to. I'd call this definitely draw.
Have to agree, a 10-all first round here between Tsukasa Fuji and Hiroya. Meanwhile, you know that Masato is backstage watching this one on the closed circuit screens. He's taken a very vested interest in the career of young Hiroya, who he says without a shadow of a doubt will be his successor the day Masato hangs up the gloves. Beautiful front kick to the neck there from Tsukasa Fuji. They ice down the thighs, they vass up the face, and we are ready for the second round. Unofficially, we are giving the first round a 10-all draw. It is just too close to call. Of course, folks, don't forget this is not part of our K1 Max Final 16. A special fight in the World Youth Series is this one between Hiroya and Fuji. Still to come in the Final 16 tonight, Sato and Dureki, Keshenko and Tai, Tuakau and Albert Kraus, and Masato takes on Virgil Calicoda. Nice front kick to the jawline. Oh, the right hand!
Nice counter shot. And it's the second time he's landed it in just the first 30 seconds here.
Ooh, beautiful foot and mouth again from Tsukasa Fuji. Overhand left from Hiroya, ties him up, swings a knee into the left rib cage. Jab two from Hiroya, locks on the Muay Thai clinch. As I said, has lived and trained out of Thailand in recent times. Some blood coming from somewhere on Tsukasa Fuji now, maybe from the nose area. Beautiful front kick off the lead leg, doesn't he? Nick gets up very high.
Deceptive here.
It's that front kick very reminiscent of Hiroya, who also uses a great front kick.
Where did that blood come from?
There's some blood on the chest here of Fuji as Hiroya lands another overhand right. But we're not too sure.
Nice counter shot.
There's some blood on the face of Hiroya as well. Looks like it's coming from Hiroya's nose.
Must be coming from those front kicks he's been landing.
1 minute 20 remaining here in the second round of 3. The first round was a draw on our scorecards. The second round is just as hard to call.
It is, but actually, looking at the way they're both fighting each other, it almost seems like Tsukasa's feeling more comfortable in here than Hiroya is.
Tsukasa is using the front kick off both legs now. It's a great use as he takes a rib kick to the right side of the body from Hiroya. We can now see what all the talk about Tsukasa Fuji was all about. Good evasion work there. Outside thigh kick from Hiroya. It is blood coming from Hiroya's nose, and he's having a bit of trouble breathing here, Nick.
Yeah. Good nose bleed like that can really hinder your breathing.
You can see him just wiping away the blood. He's sniffing heavily, trying to get it out of his nose. The JNet champion against the Phenom. They lock up again into the final 10 seconds of round 2 of 3. Tsukasa Fuji has really impressed me here tonight so far, Nick.
He really has.
A lot of people thought he was very brash with the words he'd been saying, especially when Masato came out publicly and said, Hiroya will take over the mantle when I'm done. Tsukasa Fuji came out and said, hey, what about me? I'll beat Hiroya anytime. And here tonight, he is showing us some of the skill with which he backs up his comments.
See that front kick there?
Overhand right from Hiroya, just to the hairline of Tsukasa Fuji.
Oh, he's definitely been throwing some big bombs trying to get him knocked out there tonight.
Nick, I'll put you on the line again on your scorecard. How are you calling it?
I have to give it a 10-10 again.
I'll agree with you. We've got an even fight after 2. It is still anyone's for the taking. Who will go hard for the last 3 minutes? And Fuji back up all the talk here. Of course, Hiroya didn't win that World Youth Tournament at Dynamite on New Year's Eve. Yudai came through on that occasion as the victor. And it's really great to see K1 and FEG searching the world and putting together these youth tournaments to breed the next generation of K1 fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a big inspiration, you know, seeing there's something out there for other kids, you know, get more people interested in the sport. The future should be bright.
And I know the K1 really is going global. They will be holding tryouts in several countries around the world for under-20 talent coming up over the next few months. I know the Australian tryouts will be in late May on the Queensland Gold Coast. So if we can't put together an Aussie team to defeat Hiroya and co. Nice outside thigh kick from Hiroya. Jab 2 from Hiroya. Tsukasa Fuji just pushing him off to work some distance, maybe try and launch those front kicks again. Goes for the inside thigh as Fuji. Front kick to the midsection, doesn't find the target. Double jab from Hiroya. Both men have landed a lot here, Nick, but there hasn't really been that telling blow for the last 2.5 rounds.
No. And if you notice, there's hardly any low kicks thrown at all, which is definitely something you expect to see in the youth. But when you see like someone we just saw before, like Andy Sauer, you know, his whole fighting style is also based with the low kicks. These kids obviously need to learn to mix it up a little bit better, you know.
No power whatsoever behind the punches there of Tsukasa Fuji.
Oh, that's the body shot. Oh, that
hurt. That is hurt. You can see Fuji grimacing. He's now protecting the right side of the body. He is ripe for the picking. Can Hiroya finish Tsukasa Fuji here in the third round? That ribcage is being damaged now, Nick.
Yeah, but he's giving him time to rest. I don't know why. He should be hitting that ribcage again and again and again. He's only got 30 seconds left here. Looks like he's looking for the big overhand right to, finish off the fight.
That's what he's going to do, drop it to the ribcage.
That's the one that should finish it.
Tsukasa Fuji has slowed right down. As we said earlier, when you're hitting the ribs and you're hitting the liver section, it's going to slow you down. And Hiroya, with those thumping body shots, may have gone kleptomaniac. He may have stolen this fight in the final round. There it is. We go to the judges, Nick Pettis. Hiroya for yours in the third and final.
Yeah, I'd have to give it to Hiroya, but I almost think it's a shame that he couldn't finish him off. And he had him that badly hurt, he should have taken advantage of it. He probably knows it too.
Hiroya, who has been kept busy over the last 12 months, he's had no fewer than 7 K1 fights in 12 months. It says a lot about the energy of youth. And it took until the final 45 seconds of the third round for Hiroya to find that sweet spot. And it turned out to be the liver and rib cage of Tsukasa Fuji.
It's a good shot though. 30-29 for Hiroya. 30-29 for Hiroya.
He's done it!
Yep.
Hiroya makes it 2 wins on a threat and unanimous decision over Tsukasa Fuji. Masato likes what he saw warming up backstage for his main event. Nick, let's take nothing away from Tsukasa Fuji, a 15-year-old JNet champion, the youngest in JNet's history. He knows how to sell a fight, as we saw from the War of Words previous to this one, and the kid has a lot of heart and a lot of skill.
Definitely. I mean, he wasn't backing down, he wasn't afraid, he wasn't even nervous. He was totally convinced that he was going to win this fight tonight. And he really was in a lot of, trouble? Not really like trouble, but he didn't know exactly what to do with him. Simply because he had that technique and the front kick in his face and in his stomach, and from that short distance, it was hard to get in.
So it is back to the change rooms for Tsukasa Fuji. And Hiroya can go out and celebrate with that milkshake now.
Get some extra fries over there.
It is 2 wins already in 2008 for the young phenom Hiroya. And you could only imagine, given the skill range and the tenacity of this fighter, what the future will hold. He is only 16 years old. Can you imagine when Hiroya hits 18, what he'll be like? It's going to be interesting.
今回初めて広島に来てお好み焼き食べたりいろいろ楽しいことをしました。でも試合のために来て KO したかったんですけど一応勝ててすごい嬉しく思います。僕を知らない人はたくさんいると思いますが、これから頑張るので皆さん名前を忘れないで応援してください。ありがとうございました。
Well, there you go. Hiroya wanted the knockout. Indeed, he hasn't had a knockout win since April 4th, 2007. But either way, he is still in the winner's circle. He is still claiming some major scalps. His father there in the corner, as always. As Hiroya goes back to the change rooms, folks, still to come on tonight's stacked card. 4 more fights in the K1 Max Final 16. Yoshihiro Sato and Murat Durecki. Artur Gashenko and Jordan Tai. Bulakau takes on Albert Kraus. And then the big one, Masato versus Virgil Calicoda. It has been a